Afghan President Ashraf Ghani says releasing 400 remaining Taliban prisoners does not lie under his constitutional powers. Speaking at the Loya Jirga in Kabul, Ghani said the Taliban put the prisoners' release as a condition to start the inter-Afghan negotiations, but a mutual consensus is important on freeing the inmates convicted of serious charges. He said the group offered to start the talks within 3 days if their prisoners were released immediately. Meanwhile, Loya Jirga Chairman Abdullah says no one will be able to win through war. Therefore, negotiations are very important. Earlier, US commended the meeting, saying a positive outcome will remove the hurdles to start the negotiations. For more on this, we are joined by Afghanistan-based analyst Hamdullah Hamdard, who attended the Grand Council of Elders in Kabul. Thank you, Mr. Hamdard, for talking to Indus News. The Taliban have balked at the Grand Assembly of Elders to decide the fate of 400 inmates. What is the importance of the meeting now after their disapproval?
I'd like to say that it's not about Taliban and their opinion about the Grand Council. It's about the government and the people of Afghanistan to decide whether to release those 400 Taliban or not. The government says those 400 Taliban are criminals. They're either part of mafia, or they're killers, or they have rape cases and kidnap cases and other cases. That's the problem, and that's why President Ashraf Ghani needs the approval of the people, either to release these prisoners or not to release them.
So, Mr. Hamdard, addressing the Grand Council, President Ashraf Ghani said it's beyond his powers to release the remaining prisoners. Can this Grand Council come up with the sort of a solution that could lead to peace talks with the Taliban?
Ashraf Ghani said that it was beyond his power. Yes, the Constitution hasn't given him enough power in this regard, and that's why he is referring this problem to the people. If the people decide in the Grand Council, then the prisoners will be released. Otherwise, they will not be.
And last but not the least, the prisoner swap was part of the Doha peace deal. Then why is the Afghan government reluctant to implement this provision of the agreement?
The prisoner swap was part of the Doha deal, yes, but the Afghan government was not part of the Doha deal. That's why they are just showing their commitment towards the peace process and towards the inter-Afghan peace talks to start soon. That's why Afghan government released those prisoners, and only 400 prisoners out of 5,000 prisoners are still in jail or prisons, and I don't think they will be released easier. Because their crimes or their cases are very tough, and President Ashraf Ghani, as the President of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, does not have the constitutional authority to release those prisoners. Let's see what the Loya Jirga decides, or the Grand Council decides, that will be implemented. I think people will definitely ask for release of these prisoners, but they will set some conditions. And without conditions, they will not be released this time.
Mr. Hamdullah Hamdard, the analyst joining us from Kabul, thank you for talking to Indus News. We really appreciate that.